That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Now, I know Jerome is coming up and he's going to blow the house out, but I had to get that in.
Yo, salute to everybody already here in the building. The dynamic duo is back. I am one half of your hosts on this show, Graphic Raider. Salute to the greatest chat in YouTube history. Also got my brother Hammer in the building. What's good, bro? Where's the audio? You couldn't hear it. Hold on. We gotta run this back. I am one of your hosts, Graphic Raider. Got my little brother Hammer in the house. What's good, Hammer?
What up, nation?
Acknowledge me. There we go. CGR says Hammer is slacking. He is definitely slacking on his macking. Salute to everybody, man. Make sure you guys wipe them feet, man. Break those thumbs, all that good stuff. Hit that subscribe button on both channels if you guys are not subscribed yet. Once again, man, franchise tag, that window has opened. Well, let me say this. It's about to open in about 2 minutes, 4 p.m. Eastern. For those who are not too familiar with how the franchise tag works, it opens Tuesday, February 18th at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific time, marking the first day clubs can use the tender. The window closes on March 4th at 4 p.m. Eastern. Even with the window opening, don't expect a lot of news off the bat. And to be honest with you guys, we're going to go over the list of free agents that we have. But to keep it a buck here, we're not going to use the franchise tag this offseason. The last time we did use it, little bro, was in 2023 with Josh Jacobs. Before that, I believe it was a long time before we used the franchise tag. I got to go back and.
We've only franchise tagged 6 players.
Yeah.
Since franchise tag has been in effect. We've only franchise tagged 6 players. And again, most recently was Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, in 2023.
Yeah. There's no reason for us to even remotely use that tag on anybody this season.
And once again, you guys, we have a shit ton of free agents. Robert Spillane is a guy we're going to speak about. Adam Butler, another guy we're going to speak about. Nate Hobbs, Trayvon Merrick. We're not going to mention every single free agent because, to be honest, we don't even need to even mention franchise tag with some of these guys. And that's no knock to them. It's just it makes no financial sense. We're going to go over the list of, the price tags of specific positions tying to these guys. So stay tuned. Real quick also, man, salute to our proud sponsors over at BetUS. You guys, this live stream is powered by BetUS. Head over there and get 150% bonus on your first deposit, 125% bonus on your next 2 deposits using promo code YouTube150, the fastest payouts in the industry, up to $2,000. If you guys are bettors, nobody does it better than our proud sponsors over at BetUS. Go over there. Tell them Shieldmore sent you. Once again, this live stream was and is powered by BetUS. So let's start here real quick. We're going to go over, once again, we already talked about it. The last time we used the franchise tag was in 2023 with Josh Jacobs. Hammer already put it out there. I think we've used it 6 times in the history of the franchise since they opened the franchise tag, starting to use that. But the value of some of these positions is absolutely bonkers. Hammer, quarterback position, $41.3 million. Okay. Linebacker, $27 million. Could you imagine putting a franchise tag on Robert Spillane when his market value was like $10 million?
Hell no.
$27 million. Wide receiver, $25.6 million. I think that's why T. Higgins definitely makes sense for Cincinnati to kind of buy them some time to work out a longer-term deal. Offensive line, $25.1 million. Defensive end, $24.7 million. Defensive tackle, $23.468 million. Corner, $20.3 million. Safety, $19.6. Tight end, $14.2. Running back, $13.6. Crazy. And special teams, $6.4. So this is very costly to use these franchise tags. And we're going to go over some guys here. We can get it rolling right now. Some of these guys that we're looking to bring back. I'm just going to throw some names out there. You do the market value. We're going to see if it makes any type of financial sense here. Adam Butler, Hammer, what do we have in terms of spot track and market value with Adam Butler?
Where the hell is Butler on this list?
I got it, 2.9. 2.9.
You'd be smoking something very, very different if you tried to franchise tag him.
Now, this is the guy that'll probably get a multi-year deal. He took a hometown discount this past year and balled out of his mind out in Las Vegas for us last year. He's going to get more than $3 million per. I'm just got to keep that a buck here. I'm looking at north of $5 million because of what he did last year. So I don't know what spot track is on in terms of 2.9, but I'm looking at least somewhere in that 5 to 7 range per year with Adam Butler. And I would give him a 2-year deal because he wants to stick around. He did say on Hondo's show that it has to make sense financially. All these guys use this, right? It has to make sense. Well, I get it. Totally makes sense. But this makes no sense at all to try and franchise tag Adam Butler when the price tag is $23.4 million and his spot track is literally 2.9. So that is out of the question. Adam Butler will not be franchise tagged. Now, let's get to the next one. Robert Spillane. What is his market value, little bro?
What did you say his market value was? It's like probably like $8-9 million.
No, 10.4. 10.4 in spot track. Now, if you decide to franchise tag him, which makes absolutely no sense at all, and you're going to hear this a lot with every guy that we talk about on this show, right? $27 million. That is the franchise tag for a linebacker.
You can give him a 3-year deal for $27 million. Like, stop.
There you have it. So Robert Spillane will not be franchise tagged.
The only other one worth even talking about, because people have been talking about him, people have said that they want him back, is Trayvon Merrick. But at the same time, that franchise tag value is just under $20 million. His market value is not that high. So realistically, again, this is how we opened it up today. There's absolutely no reason for the Las Vegas Raiders to franchise tag a single player on this team. Now, there are players that we have been talking about that are set to become free agents, guys that we have a lot of interest in as we approach the offseason. T. Higgins being one of them. Again, there's a good chance with that type of franchise tag value at the receiver position, Cincinnati is going to lock him in.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold, we don't know what the recovery is as it pertains to rookie J.J. McCarthy. At this point in time, Sam Darnold could be brought back on that franchise tag, or they can.
That would make sense for them because we're hearing a lot of 40, 50, or 40 million a year, right? And it's 41 for one season. So if JJ's not ready to go, it would make sense for them to franchise tag him for a year and hold on to him. It would. But we're hearing a lot of rumors and reports coming out there that Minnesota may be moving on from Sam Darnold. So
there's another one that we need to keep a very close eye on, a guy that we just talked about when we broke down a top 20 potential free agents that could be with us, Trey Smith.
Yeah.
We need to keep a very, very close eye out on Kansas City and see if they, in fact, go that route and tag him. If not, then cool, fair game. We can try to get him here. That is my number one free agent priority this offseason. We need to have Trey Smith on that interior for us.
I think Kansas City only has $11 million to play with. They can't restructure Patrick Mahomes. They got to figure out what they're doing with Travis Kelce. Is he going to retire? If so, I believe that frees up somewhere like roughly $17-18 million. Don't quote me on that. So, but they have a long list of free agents that they need to figure out how they can keep in-house to make another run at it this upcoming season. But you're right with the franchise tag with Merrick. His market value, I believe, is 15.7.
Yeah.
And the franchise tag would be 19.6. So it would be cheaper to hit him with a three-year deal, $45 million, figure out the guaranteed money. But it would be cheaper to take care of him long-term than throw the franchise tag on him for $19 million, which I don't think makes any sense for us financially. So, and there's one more guy. And once again, Spot Track has not changed their number on this, Hammer. I don't know what they're thinking, but Kuntz's market value is still $20 million per. 22 years, $40 million deal. That's the market value for what they think he'll provide. 2 years, $40 million coming off that injury. Okay. Once again, His position is $24.7 million. So it still would cost roughly $5 million more to franchise tag him for him to stick around. I think they're going to get him a lot cheaper than that because of the injury. He didn't play a snap last year. I'm looking somewhere along the lines of that $10 to $12 million range to bring him back for, I'll say, I would love to have a 2-year deal, but I think they're going to do a 1-year deal.
I would go for 2 in the ballpark of like 2 to 16, 2 for 16, 2 for 18, 2 for 18.
Okay.
That's it. I'm not going any higher than that. I'm sorry.
But I think that he and his people are going to say, just give us a 1-year deal. Give us a prove it deal. You know what I mean? Because honestly, you know how much I love Malcolm Kuntz, but I mean, outside of that nice stretch, a year and a half ago, how he ended the season, I mean, there's not been a ton of production.
Right.
Now, I understand that Josh McDaniels kind of had him in the doghouse and wasn't playing him, you know what I mean, and chose to go the Chandler Jones route, and we see how that ended up, right? But we need to see more production out of Malcolm Kuntz before we even think about paying him top edge money. So I agree with you. I'm looking at that 2-year, $18 to $20 million range. But I think that him and his representation are going to be going to the headquarters and saying, give me a 1-year deal, prove it deal. It could be 10 million. Let's just say 7 mil per or something like that. I mean, 7 mil guaranteed because of the injury. I don't know. I mean, I'm just throwing a ballpark figure out there.
That's pretty much a number. I would probably throw the same exact number around. So that actually makes the most sense.
So, Luke, real quick, too, Wade in the building. What's y'all thoughts on bringing in Josh Sweat? We talked about this our last show. We're both all in on bringing in Josh Sweat. If we decided to move on from Malcolm Kuntz, which kind of up in the air here because we want to see where that injury is. Where is he at with his rehabbing, right? If he's ready to go, I would love to bring back Kuntz on a cheaper deal. But Sweat is going to cost a nice chunk of change coming off of that Super Bowl season where I think didn't he have like 9.5 sacks this season?
9.5, and we talked about the number a little bit. I would even be good with like a 365, 370 around that ballpark.
Okay. So there you go, Wade. But we would love to bring him in, and he's still fairly young. What is he? 27?
27. He's 27, and that was the one thing. Like, we were both watching the Super Bowl, and like I was sending you text messages. Specifically, Josh Sweat.
Yeah,
27 years old. The dude is a dog. He's a free agent. Like, this guy is going to would be a great fit. Opposite side of Max Crosby.
Yep. And you know what's funny? Salute to CBS. They put an article out there, franchise tag candidates, and they went down the list of all the teams. Bro, they've only probably picked a handful of players. Like, every team is none, because it makes absolutely no financial sense to franchise tag any of these guys.
The ones that I'm looking at right now, and this is courtesy of NFL.com, like the potential candidates right now that they're talking about is T. Higgins, Sam Darnold, Trey Smith, Javon Holland, and Chris Godwin.
You could throw Ronnie Stanley in there. CBS has Alaric Jackson for the Rams, another offensive tackle. But yeah, there's so many teams. It just says none. Surprisingly, the Jets with DJ Reed. But Reed has made it public that he kind of wants to move on. So
I'm going elsewhere.
So it'd be kind of crazy to try and franchise tag him when he's kind of already made it known that he wants to move on. Unless Aaron Glenn puts his arm around him and says, look, we want you to be a big piece of what we got going on out here. Defensive-minded guy. I don't think he wants to lose any of those defensive pieces, but we shall see. And Jorge, Javon Holland, that is a guy that they use, but he had a down year last year. In terms of production, it was really low compared to what he's done up to this point in the NFL. So they're not going to franchise tag him. They're not going to spend $19 million. But just a year ago, Jorge, they were talking about Javon earning roughly $20 million a year at the safety position. So it's gonna be interesting. And Miami doesn't have a shit ton of money. They're already making cuts out there to free up some cap space. Yeah. Right? Mostert, they moved on from a few guys. So they're going to let Javon Holland walk.
No. AC, no. Merrick's value is slated right now at about $15 million, and the franchise tag is just a little under $20 million. Yeah. And for Spillane, market value of about $10 million. Yeah. What's the tag again for the linebacker position?
It's like fucking $27 million.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense for us to blow money like that and franchise tag any of these guys right now, man.
Yeah, We don't have a Luke Kuechly type linebacker. There's no, you know what I mean? Like there's none of those type of guys.
No Fred Warner on our team right now that we could franchise tag.
Yeah, facts. So AC, no. And either one of these guys, it makes absolutely no financial sense to franchise tag any of these guys that we have on this roster. Get some questions in real quick, you guys. Once again, the franchise tag window opened today. It will end March 4th. So it's going to be a kind of quick process. There's only a few guys out there, and I think kind of Hammer kind of hit the nail on the head here with Sam Darnold. Keep an eye on him. T. Higgins, potentially a few offensive linemen like a Ronnie Stanley, out there with the Baltimore Ravens. A few other options out there, but I don't think too many teams are going to use the franchise tag this year. And to be honest, it may come down to only 2 or 3 players tops. And I think Sam Darnold's one of them if JJ's not going to be ready to go, which I heard some, good things about him in his rehab, and he should be ready to go this year. It sounds like JJ is going to be the guy, and they're going to let Sam Darnold walk. But who knows up to this point. But I do believe that T. Higgins will be franchise tagged. There was reports yesterday that he will be franchise tagged, and it makes sense for them to franchise him in order to buy them some more time to find that extension because they want to keep him around with Burrow and with Jamar Chase. But it's going to be interesting. I'm watching Cincinnati really close, Hammer, because if they don't keep Higgins and they don't find a way to keep that core together, Burrow may say, get me the hell out of Cincinnati, bro. And at that point, I am throwing every first rounder that we have the next 10 years to go get
2.0.
Hey, man, go give me Joe Burrow, man. That's my favorite quarterback in the NFL. I would love to have him as a Raider, but, to be determined. But, yeah. Rick says, what about Spillane and Bobby Wagner duo?
I love it. And I see Andy in the chat said the Spillane and Greenlaw would be a crazy-ass duo, too. And we talked about Greenlaw last week when we were talking about the free agents. I'm here for either one of them, but I'm telling you again, I don't expect this defense to continuously be in a base 4-2-5. I have a feeling that there's going to be shit that Carroll starts to see more and more. And nah, bro, you're going 4-3. You're going to switch it up a little bit more, but I don't think we're constantly going to see just 2 linebackers out on the field anymore.
And I'm not paying 2 linebackers in free agency. Pick one, draft one.
You can get Wagner on a 1-year deal on the cheap. Like, this is most likely going to be his last year in the league.
I want to see what his price tag is right now.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I mean, he had a down year last year compared to what he usually does.
Right.
But he's getting up there in age. So his market value right now is $7.2 million. So let's just say you want him, and we're just going off of spot track figures, right? If you want him and Robert Spillane, you're damn near paying $18 million. Actually, you're paying over $18 million for Robert Spillane and Bobby Wagner. That makes no sense at all. Just get Spill back, draft you a young athletic linebacker in this year's draft, have him on a rookie deal, and then go with the likes of a Tommy Eichenberg, Amari Burney, Ferrari, develop those guys. I'm not paying $20 million for 2 linebackers that are getting up there. Well, Bobby Wagner's already up there. You know what I mean? Spill still has a few years left before he gets to the point where it's like, okay, he's getting old.
I do want Gainer a lot more this season. Definitely, even if it's a rotational piece at the linebacking position, I want to see more of Gainer this coming season.
Daryl, I seen that he said, salute to Robert Salah, he said that he wants Dre Greenlaw back, but I don't know how the Niners are going to do it. They're already strapped for cash. They got to figure out the Brock Purdy situation. They're trying to move Debo's contract. You know what I mean? That Ayuk contract kicks in. Where is he at with his health? Right? They have a long list of shit that they got to get right in Santa Clara. I don't know how they're going to take care of Dre Greenlaw in free agency unless he takes some type of hometown discount. And I don't know if you guys seen the interview that he had where he was like, man, show me the money, pretty much. Show me the money. So Dre wants to get paid, and rightfully so. That injury, hit him really hard. And I think he's at that point where Max is right now, where it's like, oh shit, I'm dealing with an injury. I got to get as much money out of this game as I can while I'm here. You know what I mean? So Greenlaw wants to get paid. I want to see what his market value is, though. I don't even know. Dre Greenlaw market value. Let's see what he got going on. I would definitely love to bring him in. 6.7 million. Let me ask you, would you rather have Greenlaw or Robert Spillane?
Don't do that to me, bro.
I'm just asking.
I'd keep Spill.
Okay. I like Spill. I do. I think I'd stick with Spill because of the injury, but I like Greenlaw's game better than I like Spill's game.
I just feel like Spill has stepped up so much since coming to Vegas.
Definitely.
And really been a true leader on that defense as well. Like, I don't feel that we need to let him go just like that at this point.
No, I agree. Keep him around. He wants to be here. You know, he's a leader in that locker room. He got better in coverage. Remember, everybody kept saying he was a thumper, including myself. I'm like, oh, he's got another thumper. The guy's going to play the run well. Well, in year 1, year 2, he looked pretty good in coverage to me. You know what I mean? So we can continue to build on that. Salute to Nav, man. Zahn would be here if not on the road. Spoke to him 5 mics ago. I think minutes ago. He's still a huge vag. Okay. That's for you, Zahn. Ha, ha, ha. I do not see a Raider tag that makes any sense. None. Nav, none. It makes no sense.
City of Squala.
It makes no sense like this message you just sent. Salute to my brother Nav, man, and salute to our brother Zahn in the building as well. Salute to Qua on the $5 special. Salute soldiers, tag Kuntz, Jihad, Woodard. Nope, don't tag Kuntz. There's no reason because Qua, I don't know if you just joined the show right now, it will cost you $24.7 million to franchise tag Malcolm Kuntz. And even his spot track market value is $7 million less than that. Okay, so even if you said we're going to stick to spot track and give him what they say, right? You're giving him a 1-year deal for $20 million instead of 27 with a franchise tag. So, yeah, no tag at all. None of these guys are worth a franchise tag. And that's not saying that I don't like, you know, I'm high on Malcolm Kuntz. I'm high on Merrick. The money makes no sense at all. None whatsoever. Let me see. Salute to everybody here in the building. Salute to Lewis. Speed and coverage. I will never forget that deficiency we had. They will fuck us on third down all the time. You know what's funny? Weren't we one of the better third down defenses this past year? I could have swore we were.
Towards the end of the season, maybe.
Yeah, I could have swore.
All of a sudden, like when Max was down for the rest of the year, all of a sudden the defensive rankings for us shot up pretty significantly over the course of the last couple of games of the season, but early stages, absolutely not.
Let me see something. Salute to everybody here in the building as always. Once again, man, salute to our guy, S. Dot in the building, always putting another name out there. Linebacker, I'm not even going to butcher his name. Thoughts, he looked powerful, tossing linemen in the Senior Bowl practice. This is a guy that's starting to gain a lot of momentum going into the combine. A kid that we talked about a lot now because of you guys. You guys have brought him to our attention. 30 solo tackles last year at UCLA, 4.5 sacks. This is a guy that 6'3", 250. I would love to bring him in. And I didn't know this. He's from Sacramento. So you know how I feel about my hometown, even though it says Elk Grove, California. He's a suburban kid, but I'm here for it, man. Bring in I don't know how to say it.
Oluwafemi Oladejo. And the only reason I know the first name is because I had a dude that I used to play ball with. Salute to my boy Bemi. Dude played at Maryland, had the opportunity to sack Kaepernick in one of the bowl games ages and ages and ages ago. So there you go.
There you go. I'm all for it. We need an athletic linebacker that can help us. We need that sideline to sideline guy. And I'm looking at this kid's stats. You know, I mean, they don't jump off the table, but I'm hearing a lot of things about him. So we shall see. That's an interesting name to keep an eye on moving forward. Once again, you guys, my apologies. I've always butchered his name trying to say it. I can't do it. Salute to Robert. Salute. What will it take for a DK trade? What do you think, honestly, it will cost us to go make that move for Pete Carroll's former guy?
Lowest, third, highest, second. There's no way in hell anybody's going to trade a first.
Yeah, I agree. I think that Devontae third, or at like you said, at the highest, a second round pick. But there's going to be some teams out there, Rob, that the Chargers, right, the Patriots, that may part ways with. I mean, I'm not saying the Patriots are going to give up a top 5 pick, but they may go a little higher with the price tag than we will. Let's just say that.
Salute to S. Dot.
I'm going third round pick because remember this, you guys. We have to re him up. He has to get a new contract.
Yep.
He has 1 year left on his deal. This is an expiring contract. So if you move draft capital, which I think a 3rd round pick is very reasonable.
You said he's got 1 year left on his current deal. So we trade for him. This will be the final year of his deal.
Yep. He's only 27 years old, still young, but coming off of kind of a down year to him, under 1,000 yards. He had like 900 something yards.
Let him come in on that final year of his contract. I'm just thinking about this right now. We have the right quarterback, and let him put up some solid numbers. Franchise tag him, and then you could talk down the road about an extension after that.
Salute to AC. I think Tyler Lockett could be an option, and this is the guy that they're flirting with the idea in Seattle. There's a report that I seen the other day that they're potentially going to cut him, and it'll save them a shit ton of money.
Wow.
That's a guy that spent his entire career in Seattle. He is north of 30 though, right? So it makes all the sense in the world to move on from Tyler Lockett. He is a Pete Carroll guy. I would love to see Tyler Lockett and Trey Tucker together. That'd be nice. But he is getting long in the tooth, AC, and I don't think there's a real reason to bring in a guy that, what is he, 32 years old? I think he's 32 right now, almost 33 years old.
How old is he?
He's 32. He'll be 33 when the season starts.
Shut.
Yeah. And you know, he's still productive. I mean, he's not crazy productive. Last year, he had 49 receptions, 600 yards, 2 touchdowns, average 12.2 a clip. But, you know, he has not been as productive as he used to be, you know, when he was a lot younger. Let's just say that. So
I was just saying Kenneth Walker III could be available. I don't know if I'd rather go and draft a running back or 2.
Why would he be available? He's still young. He's still on that rookie deal.
Charbonnet being successful.
Charbonnet's a dog. Yeah, I mean, but you still want that 1-2 punch up there. I don't know why they would move on from Kenneth Walker. And mind you guys, Tyler has not had 1,000-yard. Well, he did in 2022. He had 1,000-yard receiving season that year with 9 touchdowns. But, you know, he had 4 of them back-to-back from 2019 to 2022. But outside of that, you know, once again, he's getting up there in age, man. I don't think there's any reason to bring in a 32, 33-year-old wide receiver, you know, that's predominantly going to be in the slot when you have a guy in Trey Tucker and Brock who's going to play a lot in the slot as well. You know what I mean? So I don't think it makes any sense for us. DeMarcus, I'm with you on that. Bring in Ricky White. Would love it, man. Would love it. And he's a guy that told me over and over and over at the Shrine Bowl that he would love to remain in Vegas, that he loves the city. Every time he see me, he lit up. Because he was just like, he loved talking about the option or, you know, the chance of staying and remaining in Las Vegas. Loves the city, loves the buildings, loves the headquarters. We talked about that. He's been around some of the guys. You know what I mean? I would love to see him stick around in Vegas. That'd be fun. Salute to Big Boy Mario, man. Appreciate you for being here, brother. Real talk. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up, man. Break those thumbs. If you guys are not subscribed yet, what are y'all waiting on, man? Make sure you do that. It's free, keeps us in the algorithm on YouTube, and allows both of our platforms to grow. And real quick, let's pay some bills. Salute once again to our proud sponsors over at BetUS, you guys. Make sure you guys head over there and get 150% bonus on your first deposit, 125% bonus on your next 2 deposits using promo code YouTube150, the fastest payouts in the industry, up to $2,000. If you guys are bettors, nobody does it better than our proud sponsors over at BetUS. Salute to Raider J. AOC, stat based upon a 5-game start. If he started 17 full games, he throws 3,933 yards, 7 picks, and 20 TDs. Compared to Justin Herbert and A. Rodgers, I don't think we've seen enough. Raider J, appreciate you for the $10 holla, man. Thank you for that goal line special. Look, man, I like Aiden O'Connell. I do. And we went to bat for him to start last season, right? We wanted to see the kid be able to play that entire season. We've seen what happened with Gardner Minshew out there. I'm sorry, man. With Tom Brady in the fold, you know, with Pete Carroll and Chip Kelly in the building, I just don't see AOC being the guy moving forward. I don't. You know, I think Chip wants somebody that can be mobile. You know what I mean? And you know, AOC, man, he look like he's running in concrete. You know what I'm saying?
Put my flippers on right now and just do a whole Aiden O'Connell run.
And the thing that scares me about Aiden too, though, Hammer, is every time he gets hit, it looks like he's hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like I just look, man. Salute to Aiden O'Connell. I said this, and Hammer said it. This may be a hot take. I'd be shocked that if he was on the roster going into next season. That may be a hot take in a bold prediction, but once again, you're going to go get a veteran and you're going to draft a guy. You know what I mean? So where does he fit in the grand scheme of things? Is he going to end up just being our emergency quarterback? We shall see. Salute to S. Dot. You know, it's funny. Just for you, I ended up putting a video together for sleepers. So stay tuned. We got one coming for Monterey Baldwin, Baylor, Speedster. We're going to talk about that, S. Dot. I got you, bro. I got you. I already made the thumbnail and everything. So stay tuned. We're going to break down Monterey Baldwin's production at the collegiate level and why maybe he fits a need with the Raiders going into next season. Get some questions in, you guys. Once again, we are doing the franchise tag. The franchise tag window is officially opened up. It opened up 26 minutes ago, you guys. Don't expect a lot of movement in the NFL with this. Once again, I think there's only going to be maybe 5 tops players in the NFL that may be franchise tag. I mean, I could be off. Maybe there's closer to 10. I don't know. But I don't think that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying?
Angel said New England should get O'Connell if he's gone because Josh is there now. Josh is the one that kind of fucked him over his rookie season. Yeah. I would not want to go there. I would not want to work with Josh McDouchebag ever again.
Yeah, salute to S. Dot. You know I got you, bro. Salute to Nav, man. Think of Brady as you may. However, this dude, once given a chance, became the best of anyone in anything he did except marriage. I suspect he is that way. He expects to be best in ownership in Las Vegas. I mean, shit, you know, it sounded like he had a pretty positive run. I mean, he was married for a shit ton of years, has some children, right? I mean, hey, man, you know, every marriage isn't going to be forever. Now, I'm not going to say, you know, I mean, looked like he had a nice little run there. What's wrong? Why are you shitting on the GOAT, Nav? Why are you shitting on the GOAT, man? Salute to my brother Nav, though. I appreciate you, brother. And I agree with you, man. I think that Tom is definitely going to right the ship here. He's a perfectionist, and he's going to do everything and anything to make sure that the Raiders are back competitive and potentially a perennial playoff team year in and year out. I agree with you, man. This guy expects greatness. He expects excellence. So it's going to be fun to watch us right this ship these next few seasons. Let me see. The franchise tag seems to have really been over. Yeah, facts. Yeah. I mean, years prior, it kind of made sense.
What did you say the running back was? I can't.
Dog. The running back spot is. Take a guess.
I want to say in excess of maybe 13 and a half, 14.
Yep. That's it. 13 and a half. Now let's do this. Highest paid running backs in the NFL right now. So the tag is 13.6. Christian McCaffrey, 16 million per. Alvin Kamara, 15 million per. Jonathan Taylor, 14 million per. Saquon Barkley had over 2,000 yards rushing. He was paid 12.6 million last year. Okay. Josh Jacobs, 12 million per. Joe Mixon 9.9. So think about this. If you get franchise tag, which nobody will at the running back position, you're jumping into the top 5 highest paid running backs. And there's no real running backs in this year's free agency class that even comes close to this kind of money.
No.
So, yeah, imagine leapfrogging Saquon Barkley's annual money as he comes off of an MVP type season in the Super Bowl. Makes no sense. So
Howie Roseman is what Ozzie Newsome was for the longest time with Baltimore, bro.
Yeah.
Questions asked, and Ozzie Newsome, I respected that dude as a GM for the longest time. That dude was a fucking mastermind at what he did. And Howie Roseman has taken notes, and he's doing just as great, if not better, than Ozzie did.
Yeah, facts. Nah, that's dope, bro. That's dope. It's 13 years I've been with my queen. So for you to have 32 years, that is phenomenal, bro. Salute to you and your wife, man. No, they do not tag Harris. They've been kind of waiting to move on from him. They didn't pick up his 5th-year option. At that point, it was crystal clear that they're moving on. They got who they had. They have Warren out there, and they're probably going to go draft another one in this deep class. So Pittsburgh is going to be all right at the running back position. Lewis, that's the guy that me and Hammer talked about. Benton, you know what I'm saying? The guy that went out there to Philadelphia, moved to guard.
Yeah.
And became one of the better guards in the NFL. So it's going to be interesting to see what he looks like in not one of the top units in the NFL. Like, it's kind of easy to hide some deficiencies in his game when you move him to guard and you have him around a top shelf, top two.
Well, that was the thing. You didn't really hide him. It was the fact that he signed there, and it was like you got the Samoan dude and you got Lane Johnson.
Yeah,
they ain't fucking running their spots, and they were the big like they are two of the anchors of that offensive line, true leaders of that offensive line. Like they got that kid in shape. They got that kid to play his ass off. Like, do we have guys like that in Vegas right now? On the offensive
he's going to want tackle money, Hammer. You know this. He's going to want tackle money. Watch. He's going to say, I want tackle money.
He's not a fucking tackle.
I mean, up to this year, he has been, right? I mean, he could say, we can say he's a guard now because he moved to guard this year.
Bro, he threw fits with the Jets and like they're like, yo, you're going to go to this side and play tackle. No, I don't want to. Fuck that. I wouldn't deal with that shit then. So to Quad, if Brady can turn. I'm sorry. Thank you. If Brady can turn into our version of Magic, we're good. Qual, what do you mean in terms of the Commanders, right? Not what he did with the Lakers and shit like that, but the Commanders. I mean, hey, they turned it around in year one. So he did a good job with the Dodgers as well. Oh, yeah, definitely. Once he had his investors and they got the little ownership with the Dodgers as well. And that's why I looked at Magic in terms of being an owner, being successful. Definitely. I think that Brady can do it. Yes, because look, he got the approval a couple of months ago. And he's like already kicked the door down. It's like, look, I'm going to have a lot of say and I'm going to have input on shit moving forward. Like this team is going to be successful again. Yeah. That's it. Salute to Ant with a haymaker too. This is all facts. Franchise tags take top 5 current salaries at each position. So value is always going to go up. Only makes sense to use if a player is top 5 at his position. So there you have it. Like a last year, right? Where Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry, and Josh Jacobs are free agents. Yep. Like top three running backs, possibly in the NFL, right? So yeah. Now I salute to Ant with a haymaker right there. Salute to Daniel, man. Chase Young became Jadeveon Clowney so fast. Hey man, the thing with Chase is does he want to play football? Like you know what I mean? When he's full motor, kid looks like a stud out there, man. But then he takes off a play. You know what I mean? It looks like he's just lazy. I don't get it. I thought that Chase was going to be one of them ones coming out of Ohio State. His rookie year, wasn't he defensive player of the year, rookie defensive player of the year? I don't remember. He was his rookie season with the Commanders. But yeah, man, I mean, look, you know, Chase is sad. He'll probably stick around with the Saints. I mean, they're going to free up some money somehow, some way. I think he'll stay around over there. Clowney was just a fucking YouTube short. That's all he was. You said who? Clowney was just a YouTube short, and that was it. Like, I don't care how anybody takes that. Like, that one fucking play, and that was it. Like, that was a bust. Yeah. Nah, definitely. Salute to it's another name to keep an eye on. Salute to Chance, man. Torrey Horton, wide receiver from CSU. This is a kid, man, that has the measurables. Fresno kid from California, 6'3", 185, big body. Wide receiver. He had a down year this year, but there was a lot of things going on out there in Colorado State. 26 receptions, 353 in the air, 1 touchdown, averaged 13.6 a clip. But the 2 years prior, 2023, 2022, 1,100 yards, over 1,100 yards back-to-back seasons. Also had 8 touchdowns in 2022 to go with 8 in 2023 as well. This is a guy I'm definitely looking at in those mid-rounds for sure if he's available. Definitely, man. Another guy to keep an eye on. We can use as that big body X wide receiver on the outside, on the boundary. Definitely. Salute to Jordy. Appreciate you, Brother Hammer. Salute to you.
Squala, idiot, squala.
Facts. Yeah. Chance, he was dealing with some things. That's what I mean. He was dealing with some things out there. But and Jay Rader put it out there. Had an ACL injury that hurts. He's a dog, though. Facts. Back-to-back years over 1,100 yards. Receiving, and once again, back-to-back years where he had 8 touchdowns in Colorado State. A guy to keep an eye on. Brave, I would definitely love to look at Jimmy Horn Jr. in those latter rounds. If he's available anywhere from that, let me say, 5th, 6th, 7th, I definitely would take a look. The problem with Jimmy Horn Jr. is, man, sometimes he just has an issue with his hands. You know what I mean? That was on full display at the Shrine Bowl as well. He had a few drops. But when he makes these catches, it's just beautiful. The speed is on full display. He could be definitely a dynamic playmaker out there in Las Vegas. But it just, I don't know, man. Definitely has a problem coming down with the football. Salute to Jordy. Thank you for everything, Graf. Thank you, brother. Salute to my guy, Jordy. Bless both of us with a $5 special, man. Real talk.
Salute to Rorschach as well. He's giving me a hard time in the chat.
You said what happened?
I said Rorschach's giving me a hard time in the chat. My fault, bro. Like I can't control the chat. I'm sorry, bro.
Oh shit.
But I acknowledge you.
2-4. Come on, man. Sometimes, man. Hey, what is the old school saying, Hammer? What is this? You don't have to explain what's already understood.
True.
You know what I mean? Come on, 2-4. Come on, man. You got a wrench, King. You got a wrench. Some things can go unsaid. You know what I'm saying? Salute to our guy, 2-4. And salute to Hug, gifting 5 OLV Raiders Network memberships. Salute to my brother. Appreciate you as always. Salute to all the new Green Dot gang in the building because of the GOAT himself, Hug D's. You go 2-4. Facts, bro. Come on, man. If you know, you know. Come on, DDT. Salute to my guys. Wipe them feet, man. Break them thumbs. Hit that subscribe button, you guys, if you're not subscribed yet. Once again, franchise tag day started today at 4 p.m. Eastern, you guys. Do not look for the Raiders. I would be actually shocked. I think that Spy Tech would damn near be – his job would be questioned year one if he threw a franchise tag at any of these guys that are free agents on this roster. There's no Max Crosby that's a free agent. You know what I mean? There's no Brock Bowers who's a free agent. I'm not paying a shit ton of franchise tag money. I'm not making Merrick a top 5 paid safety with that 19 million mark. You know what I mean? So don't expect any franchise tags to be used with our Raiders, which if they do, I'd be totally, totally shocked. But that window is open today, and it will remain open until March 4th, 4 p.m. Eastern. So it's going to be some names, once again, that's going to be very interesting to keep an eye on, the Sam Darnolds, the T. Higgins, and a few other players out there moving forward. Get some questions in, you guys, before we get out of here. It's not going to be a long live. We wanted to do a quick live. Hammer has to get his ass to sleep. He works nights now. Salute to bro on the new gig. And I got some things that I need to do with some deliverables and some other stuff. So get a few questions in.
I do have a question. I got a question for you. What are your thoughts? Because I don't know if you did a show yesterday. So what are your thoughts on Champ Kelly being gone?
Oh, I did one yesterday. Me and Wasted did a show. I think this. I think it sucks that we're not getting those comp picks. I wish that he would have got a job somewhere else. I love the idea that it was a mutually parted ways. Hey, Spy Tech, we're going to go this direction. Well, I want to go this direction. I think that there's going to be a job open out there for him at some point. He does have connections with the Bears and the Broncos. I said this on a few shows, little bro, that at the Shrine Bowl, he was talking to those guys a lot because former, organization, he's very familiar with some of those guys. I could see him getting a job somewhere in one of those front offices and kind of working his way back up. But I think at this point, right, it makes sense for Champ. Spy Tech just got a 4 or 5 year deal. Mm-hmm. He's the guy moving forward. He's Tom Brady's guy. Like his I think his career is pretty much set in stone out there in Las Vegas for the next, half a decade at least. So I think Champ kind of knew his days were numbered. And for him wanting to become a general manager at some point, I think that it just made sense for him to move on. You know what I mean?
A question in the chat in terms of the transition tag, and I'll go through that real quickly. We went through the franchise tag. Transition tag for the quarterback is 35.2, linebacker 22.6, wide receiver 22.5, offensive line 22.7, defensive end 20.7, DT 18.9, corner 17.1, safety 15.5, tight end 12, running back 10.8, and special teams 5.8. That's the transition tags.
There you go. And real quick, man, Hobbs. This is a guy that I think would fit well with what Pete Carroll likes to do defensively.
Yeah.
His market value is only $2.9 million. So I don't – if he's at that price tag, you have to bring back your starting slot corner in Nate Hobbs, regardless of the durability. If you're paying $2.9 million, which I think he'll get a little bit north of that, but that's insane.
Pay for him.
It's CGR, yeah, worth the risk. Worth the risk.
Yeah, but somebody's going to overpay for him.
Think so?
I have a strong feeling somebody's going to overpay for him.
Okay, we shall see. But for that price tag, Shit, I'm bringing him back. I'll sign him to a 3-4 year deal. Darth, to be determined here. I think that Chip wants as many weapons as he can on the offensive side of the ball. Michael Mayer is a phenomenal option. We kind of became our 2 because we got Brock, right? But this is a kid that was phenomenal at the collegiate level, and he's a former 2nd round pick. This is supposed to be Josh McDaniels, like next, big tight end that, like the next Gronkowski for him. So I'm not ready to give up on Michael Mayer just yet. You got to keep him around. Keep him around. He's going to be a phenomenal piece for us. They're going to move Brock around a lot. Michael Mayer is more the traditional tight end. There's no reason to move on from him. Well, honestly, what are you going to get from Michael Mayer right now?
3rd, maybe a 4th.
I'd be shocked if you got a 3rd. Honestly, I'd be totally shocked. I think that you'd probably get a 5th for Michael Mayer at this point.
I think it was realistically the absence due to the mental health issues played a significant role in last year and his productivity or lack thereof. And you know what? Ultimately, if we were to in fact trade him, yeah, you're right. It might be somewhere even past a 4th. You're probably looking at a 5th or a 6th round pick.
Yeah. And
does a team necessarily, with what they saw, with what happened this season, does another team want to take that chance?
And what I'm saying is, up to this point, 2 seasons, 460 yards, 2 touchdowns, right? Like 48 receptions, played in only 25 games. He missed a shit ton of games last year because of the mental health break. So, I mean, look, you're not going to get anything for him. I think it's worth keeping him around, holding on to him, and unlocking that full potential that he has. I think that Chip Kelly's going to have fun with Michael Mayer and Brock in this system. So keep an eye on Michael Mayer this year. I think that he has a breakout year, and that's not really saying a lot because, I mean, the most he's ever had, I think, is 304 yards. I mean, that was his rookie season. So, and that was a down year for him. So there's no reason to move on from him. He's still on a rookie deal. I mean, he's an early round selection. We moved up in the 2nd round to get him. I know it's a former regime, but this kid has a ton of potential. As a Notre Dame guy, I'm telling y'all, Michael Mayer is him. He just has to be locked in, and hopefully he's gotten all that stuff that he was dealing with out the way, and we can move on and have him be a critical piece of this offense moving forward. Salute to Raider Pace, my guy. McCord, Gabriel, Howard, Rourke. I always butcher his name. Tyler Shop. I always butcher his name. Dart height even in the 1st. I think we can get so much more talent across the board in our draft if we go with a mid-round quarterback. And all those names, it's going to be Will Howard. It's going to be Will Howard. I mean, Rourke has that prototype build as well. What is he, like 6'6"? Played at a pro-style offense at Indiana. I mean? He's an interesting guy, but I think that is Will Howard because of the connection with Chip Kelly. They just won a national title together. Makes all the sense in the world. I don't see Dylan Gabriel. I know the Chip Kelly, Oregon. I don't see it, bro. He measured at 5'10". Like, and watching him in the Senior Bowl, I was not really. I'm sitting there like, I don't see what everybody else sees. I could be wrong. I don't see it. I don't see it with Dylan Gabriel. I like Kyle McCord. I think that he could be a nice, mid to late round pick out of Syracuse. But I think out of those names, I'm going with Will Howard. Even though the young kid, how do you say it? He's starting to build a lot more around his name going into the draft process. He's a kid that made some noise at the Senior Bowl, and a lot of people around NFL circles kind of are infatuated with his game. So it's going to be interesting to see where he goes. But if I had to pick a few, you go Will Howard, McCord, and then you go Rourke. And, Gabriel, nah.
Ain't nobody talking about him right now.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me. And I think that he'll be, where do you think he goes?
Gabriel?
In draft, like round-wise. I got him as like a 5th round pick.
Probably a 5th.
Even though some quarterback needy team may take him. I could see Miami sitting him behind, Tua out there.
What that would make sense, but I still probably like a 5th, maybe a 4th, but most likely a 5th.
Yeah, I wonder if he stays up in the Northwest, maybe Seattle. No, they got Sam Howell as their backup.
Howell is a backup,
but we'll see. Maybe they move on from Geno. I don't know. He's nice. He's nice.
Thinking about the Rams, if Stafford is there or not, maybe he could go there, learn behind Stafford if Stafford is still a Ram.
He is going to be 26 years old this year. Tyler Show, I don't know how to say his last name. 26 years old, he'll be this year. So 6'5", 225, senior, 3,100 yards in the air, 23 touchdowns, 6 picks, a QBR of 75.0. So, but once again, he has the skill set. If he goes to the right situation, man, maybe somebody can develop him. Definitely a sleeper, Keno. Shuck? It's pronounced Shuck? Tyler Shuck? Shit, all right. Salute, man, to everybody here in the building, as always. Coming up on an hour. We're going to get the hell out of here. I got some pre-recorded stuff that I need to upload. Hey, man, you got anything for the chat before we get out of here, man?
Appreciate y'all. If you haven't already, subscribe. Raider Nation News Today on YouTube. All Raiders news, rumors, updates, live streams, and reactions with the tribal chief of Raider Nation. Appreciate each and every single one of y'all. This is for both chats. Look, the off season's here, but realistically, like the last 2 shows that me and Graf have done, we've dove into a lot of stuff. We've talked a lot about a lot of different shit. Y'all want more of this? You guys want more of Graf and Hammer lives? Just put a thumbs up, thumbs down in the chat. But again, appreciate each and every single one of y'all. Wipe them feet on Graf's channel. Smash some thumbs on mine. Make sure to hit the subscribe button on both. Big Bro's getting, we're trying to get Big Bro to 30K. Trying to get me to 15K. Let's run that shit up, y'all. And I see the thumbs up in that. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all. Real talk.
And salute to that, man. I think this combine will have more impact than ever before. A lot of dogs just waiting for that competition. And I can't wait to get out there. I'm flying out. Stu's picking me up on the 28th. And then we're going to be out there running amok out there in Indianapolis, Indiana. I just got off an interesting call here just a second ago, too. I got some nice connections out there in Indiana. We're going to have some fun, get some dope interviews, and all that good stuff. So salute to Nab, man. I appreciate you on the $5 special. Dan, once again, if I'm a betting man, I'm going to say no. I think they let Sam Darnold walk. I think that Kevin O'Connell, if he can do that with Sam Darnold, I think that he can double up with J.J. McCarthy on a rookie deal. You know what I mean? So I don't think it makes any sense financially for them to franchise tag Sam Darnold when they got J.J. there as the guy moving forward. And they can even potentially bring Daniel Jones back and have him battle it out with J.J. there, and they can have a backup. I don't think it makes any sense for them to spend $40 million on Sam Darnold. I don't think it makes any sense for any team to spend that kind of money on Sam Darnold, but here we are, right? But other than that, you guys, wipe them feet, break them thumbs, hit that subscribe button, and also, once again, salute to our proud sponsors over there at BetUS, you guys. Make sure you head over there and get 150% bonus on your first deposit, 125% bonus on your next 2 deposits using promo code YouTube150 up to $2,000. Fastest payouts in the industry. If you are a bettor, nobody does it better than BetUS. Once again, salute to our proud sponsors and salute to the greatest chat in YouTube history. As always, salute to James Moore and all of our people in the building. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys so much. We're out of here. One.
That's what I'm talking about.